we'll see Asante Samuel Jr. He enters this week approaching 50 tackles for the year. It's the Giants and the Hawks, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about story. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. Well, the numbers for Smith and Jigba in last week's ball game. 8 catches, a trip to the end zone to go along with 118 yards.
And you know what he did all week in preparation for this one? Hydrated.
Salivated.
Yes, stretched, dreamed, going against the last team in the league against the pass.
Yeah.
He expects to catch every one thrown today.
You're right. They have struggled 32 of 32 in that category. From the gun on third down. Grubbs. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Miles Murphy in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Jalen Waddle deep to return it. That's taken on the 25. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by the young man out of Stanford, their rookie quarterback.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Good starting field position for him as they come up first and goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Giants at 8-2 on the year, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late, winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Isaiah Likely with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Giants will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Nice catch.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And finishing that drive off was the touchdown grab by Isaiah Likely. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly miss.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Back to throw. Grubbs. And his throw here is incomplete. Jackson Smith and Jigba, the one he was after there. And it'll bring up third down. You talk about this Giant defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. There he goes, right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Devin Duvernay, 67 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Green. Dumps this one off to Algier. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw is Green. Operating from the gun. And this is incomplete. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They give to Algier on the option. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll look to throw now on first down. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
A short one there, caught by Likely. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to speed things up here. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Patterson's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker set to take over once more. He is the NFL's leader in rushing yards to this point in the season. And if he can replicate or even surpass the production that he had over the first half of the year, he's going to have a good chance to take home the title. This is Fant on the short completion. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. From the 33, here's second down and 7. Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. You talk about this Giant defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Devin Duvernay. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's building his case for MVP consideration with each passing week. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes as we move into the back half of the season. Drain now, throwing to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw. Green. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line. Back to throw. Green. He's got this to Algier. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Drain now. From the gun, he'll throw. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Looking to throw. Green. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Isaiah Likely with career touchdown number 60. And the Giants have regained the lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on sports talk radio. He's okay.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Off the play fake. Grubbs. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away. A chance for Waddle on the return.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Giants offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
The numbers for Neighbors in last week's game.
9 catches, 123 yards, and a touchdown.
And that touchdown adds to his lead. He is the NFL leader as we roll through November.
And this is caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Isaiah Likely
doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And all the way down to the 29. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Grubbs. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
He's got his big tight end, Fant.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. Grubbs caught on the slant. And give him a full 10 yards there. 2nd and goal.
That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
Operating from the gun. Grubbs looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle.
the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's come out of the gates hot. He's been on target with his throws, and that's reflected in the numbers. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A throw right side caught by Neighbors. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty when you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Smith and Jigba with the grab. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
2nd and 11. Setting up the screen. Here's Algier. And they'll get him down. Green operating from the gun. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 2nd and 5. Quickly into the hands of Neighbors off the RPO. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Now Green from the gun on 3rd down. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Give to Algier from the shotgun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now they're in the hurry-up. Here's Algier again on second down. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. That one taken in by Neighbors. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And they'll let that play, the completed pass, stand as they decline the penalty.
So do you get the sense they like their defense?
Yeah, they wanted that next down to come up.
Yeah, they weren't worried about the yardage there at all. Just what you said. Let the downs trickle away.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They run with a veteran speedster. It's Kareem Hunt. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Patterson's kick is good, and that'll bring them back within a point. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Jackson Smith and Jigba and his offense ready to go once more here. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing, because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Waddle now to return it. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. The home team's offense and Tyler Algier getting set for this next possession. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Back to throw. Green. And he comes back with one complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Over the middle, complete. It's Hunt. And This offense on third down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Back to throw again. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. To throw is Green. Off the play fake.
Right side, there's Likely with it.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. From the gun on third down, Green. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Pass is caught for a first, but he's looking for more.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Tries the left side and finds Olave.
Touchdown!
Chris Olave
with career touchdown number 70.
And the Giants have yet again retaken the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll make this a 6-point game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jackson Smith-Njigba and his offense ready to go once more here.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
In motion goes the tight end.
Here's Walker to start the drive. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Off play action. Grubbs. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Deron Payne in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. From the gun on third down. Grubbs. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
Here's Jake Camarda now.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And what could he possibly be thinking? He just took the fair catch at the 1-yard line. Major mistake.
So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And going deep for Hill. will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. On the delay, here's Hunt. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Operating from the gun, Green.
The pass caught by Olave. And he will have a Giants first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. That's Olave bringing in another one. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Yeah. They've got his man complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Kareem Hunt.
He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
And he couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Grubbs.
He completes this to Walker.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Green throwing to start the drive. And he completes it to Hunt. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Green.
Another completion here to Hunt.
So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Looking to throw. Green. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And a bit of a daunting task here for this offense as they'll start out at the 1-yard line.
I guess you could easily say there's a whole lot of real estate in front of them if they want to achieve their goal, which is get to the other end zone.
And 99 yards to go if they want to do just that.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke.
And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing to start the drive. Green. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Green swings this out for Hunt. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Looking to throw. Green. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try and sneak it here. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll go with the keeper. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Giants are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good, and that will make this a 19-point game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On first down, he'll drop to Through on first down. Up the middle, here's Walker. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10.
And going right back to Walker. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. Grubbs. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. The Seahawks send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is fielded inside the 5. 21 yards. Well done on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
And he's going to be out of bounds here, all the way down inside the 10.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costs costly penalty.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. It's a quarterback sneak, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
It's their quarterback, keeping it himself. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10, and he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Throw out wide to Walker. 2nd down and 8.
Back to throw. Grubbs
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
showed that brute strength, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll look to throw again. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. 2nd and 1. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Here's Green, throwing to start the drive.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting, you and I.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Well, this offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. A short one there, caught by Likely.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Now Green, off play action. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Looking to throw. Green. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Back to throw. Green. They'll go screen here to Hunt. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. Play action. Green.
And oh, no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up fourth down.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
Possession switching back to the New York Giants. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Back to throw now on first down.
Complete to Likely on the out route.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Looking to throw. Green.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That's complete. It's Neighbors. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On first down, they'll run with Hunt.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Back to throw. Green. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So this drive maybe didn't end with the same kind of success they had in the first half, but they do add 3 to their lead.
And defensively, I think they went in there at halftime and made a pact with each other and said, look, we can't let these guys keep driving it right down our throats. Not perfect giving up 3, but a much better start than the way they played in the first half.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Looking to throw. Grubbs. He'll get this one to Cobb, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Here's 2nd and 7.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Outright to Smith and Jigba.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. They go play action here on 1st down.
On target to his man, likely. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They're going to hurry back to the line now. 2nd and 14. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And the passing numbers are just dizzying at this point. That last completion is going to put him over 600 yards now for the game as he just continues to do whatever he wants when he drops back to pass.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll lose. Going down back at the 28. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw. Green.
The pass caught by Olave.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Giants are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 23. That time a 6-play drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds.
So now the possession will be...
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
He lets it go deep for Olave.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Chris Olave.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Giants add on to their lead, and it's looking like that.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he is not going to get in there. is going to stay right where it is.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Patterson now for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, no, and it's intercepted. Throwing after the interception. Grubbs. He completes this to Walker. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Second down and 4. Looking to throw. Grubbs. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. First and 10 at the 43. Back to throw. Grubbs. This is caught inside the 50. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. They'll toss this out right to Walker. And he'll get this. Looking to throw. Grubbs. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. And the slot man goes in motion left. From the gun on third down. Grubbs. And he will score. Touchdown. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. And they're going to speed things up here. And here's Green. Off the play fake. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. A tough spot here. Third and 15. Off the play fake. Green. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? Back to throw. Green. That is caught.
is going to have the Giants first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. Operating from the gun, Green tries the left side and finds Olave. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. To throw is Green. From the gun, he'll throw. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Hunt will try going up the middle. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They run again with Hunt. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Here's 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Green complete to Likely. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll try and run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Throwing to start the drive. Grubbs. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Grubbs. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Back to throw. Grubbs. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Going up top for Kupp. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is in for the Seattle. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And it's incomplete. Green now, throwing to start the drive.
Swings this out for Hunt. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
And quickly they get to the line. Green now from the gun on 3rd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
He lets it go deep for Olave.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20.
Hey, check that.
2nd and 11. Over the middle, it's complete. And now they're in the hurry up. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
Olave holds it in.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Back to throw again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll look to throw again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught at the 10. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. It's a big-time play there for the G-Man. And even 60 yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch, and it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And out now come the Seahawks.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Back to throw now on first down.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. This is taken at about the 14. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Green throwing on 4th down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Giants, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.